I call upon governors to allow our churches and places of worship to open right now.
Well, President Donald Trump says churches and places of worship are essential services. Here in the state, many places are already holding in-person services again, although they were never forced to close. Our Emma Lockhart has more on how one church is changing the way they worship in order to keep people safe.
Well, places of worship here in Arizona were already considered essential, but many places like Generation Church closed their doors voluntarily when the pandemic hit. Now they feel it's safe to open their doors once again and allow people to gather.
Come on down, sir! We are so glad you're here.
You'll find greeters in masks at Generation Church in Mesa.
How you doing? Welcome to church.
This is the second weekend they're holding service in person after closing due to the virus.
There's nothing like just gathering again and just seeing friends and family.
Yeah, golly, I miss him.
For many, it was a chance to reconnect.
Especially when it's been such a time of distancing and isolation.
We're going to take a moment just really quickly to pray for whatever needs that you have.
Pastor Ryan Visconti says in-person service is essential for many struggling.
There's been a lot of isolation and loneliness, and that's led to things like an uptick in depression and substance abuse.
As people come together again, he says safety measures are in place.
What we've done is make it possible for people to go from the street to their seat and then out again without having to touch any surfaces or anybody.
Visconti says they are practicing social distancing and cleaning daily.
We have teams who are sanitizing all the surfaces that do get touched between each service, like our seating.
Following the president's announcement, the CDC released new guidelines for reopening religious institutions. They include the use of face coverings, holding services in large ventilated areas or outdoors, frequent cleaning and disinfecting, and social distancing. The agency also says places of worship should consider suspending or decreasing the use of singing, chanting, or reciting during services. Even with all that, Visconti is urging some people to continue protecting themselves.
We were telling our church that if you're vulnerable or if you're at high risk, you should stay at home.
Virtual services still a source of support for many.
Being careful is not a sign of, not having faith. That's the wise thing to do.
In Mesa, Emma Lockhart, Arizona's Family.